MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
Talk about bad timing. The second generation Genesis G80 debuted at the height of a global pandemic. But that hasn't stopped Genesis or this Bentley-on-a-budget sedan. In fact, since then, Genesis has unveiled a spectacular all-electric version and now given all G80s a makeover. So let's find out what a better and better timed new G80 is ready to deliver. Breaking into the luxury sedan scene requires going up against traditional brands with long pedigrees and legions of loyal buyers. But Hyundai has never shied away from a challenge and has made steady progress with their Genesis brand and hopes that a revised 2025 G80 midsize sedan will be their next step up. Styling matters more when you're the upstart. And the Genesis Athletic Elegance theme changes very little for 25. Just a new grille, slightly reshaped bumpers, new wheels ranging from 18 to 20 inches, and an updated color palette. The G80's unique two-line LED headlamps get revised micro lens array technology that boosts performance while minimizing the brightness for oncoming drivers. Changes inside are much more significant, with an entirely new dash and console, eliminating both the hooded gauge panel and dash top wide info screen, merging them together into one 27-inch wide LG panoramic display that runs from behind the steering wheel to over the center stack. There's a bigger and more comprehensive control panel in the center stack, while the console gets less armrest coverage, more space for storage, and reshaped cup holders. The wider display is still a touchscreen, but there is also a console-mounted controller if you prefer to keep it fingerprint-free. Both options work well, but the controller is still too easy to confuse with the dial-like shifter. Materials are on par, if not a notch above, most European luxury rivals, and there are 18 speakers to crank out 1,400 watts of premium sound from Bang & Olufsen. Top Sport Prestige trim comes with Napa leather seats, carbon fiber trim, micro suede materials for the headliner and pillar covers, heated armrest, head-up display, and upgraded active safety features. Front seats are immensely comfortable without feeling overly soft, and there's plenty of comfort and room for adults in the back seat. Same powertrains as last year. Base power comes from a 300 horsepower 2.5-liter turbo 4. The upgrade is this 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 that outputs 375 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. Both are hitched to standard all-wheel drive. At our Mason-Dixon Dragway test track, the AWD delivered enough grip for consistent slip-free launches. We hit 60 in 5 seconds flat. Run after run, the 3.5T pulled as strong as it sounds. All G80s work with the same paddle shift 8-speed automatic transmission, and while shifting was silky smooth on the street, here on the track with sport mode and wide open throttle, they were noticeably firmer and quicker. It was a very surreal experience in the cabin, more Bentley than Benz, streaking down the track with European-style solidity that gives you very little indication of the high speed you're traveling at. For us, that was 105 miles per hour in 13.4 seconds at the quarter. In addition to the G80 Sport mode that tightens steering, improves throttle response, adjusts shifting points, firms up the suspension, and reconfigures stability system parameters, Sport Prestige trim adds rear-wheel steering and an electronic limited slip differential. But even with all of that, it didn't feel overly sporty in our handling course. Now, we were able to comfortably carry quite a bit of speed through the cones, but there was just an overall soft, somewhat disconnected and heavy presence that had us unsure of how hard we could push. Sport Prestige also adds upgraded performance brakes. They were plenty capable, bringing this 4,600-pound luxury liner consistently down from 60 in just 104 feet with little fade. Government fuel economy ratings for the six-cylinder are 16 city, 24 highway, and 19 combined. We averaged a good 21.3 miles per gallon of premium. Still, that's a slightly below average energy impact score, using 15.7 barrels of oil annually with 7.8 tons of CO2 emissions. Considering the amount of luxury packed into the G80, its $58,350 starting price, even though slightly higher than last year, remains pretty remarkable. It's a substantial step up to the 3.5T, though, as it begins at $70,850. Genesis has existed as a standalone luxury brand for just less than a decade, and it has indeed been making steady progress into what is surely the hardest segment of all to master. The 2025 Genesis G80 sedan continues to impress and is a great option for luxury-minded buyers who prioritize true value over badges.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.